In the other video, I just started with the toilet. The the floor there, that's a different color linoleum than this floor here. That is because when we moved in, the toilet was leaning so bad and sunk so bad in the floor that they had told us, and the they that I'm talking about is Alex Rick, Bob Rick Sr.'s son, that they already knew that this bathroom floor was completely rotten and they were going to replace the whole floor. Well, what they ended up doing was just replacing that part. Doesn't change the fact that this whole floor right here is needing replaced and is rotting. Like I showed you before, the water leak there with the sink underneath. I requested before moving in that all floor furnace plates would be replaced because they were just disgusting. And not to mention that there was holes in the piping or tubing, whatever you call it, the air vents for the heat to circulate. There were holes. That brings us to the bathtub. First of all, you can see we're coming up from the drain area in that whole tub area there. And up the wall is a bright orange. That's where the fire was. I was in the bathroom that day. I was pulling at my hair. Our pipes were frozen. The maintenance men were here. They brought some sort of turbine propane heater and had set it underneath the propane or underneath the tub. That was January 30th. Coldest day of the polar vortex. It was negative 31 degrees outside. I had all pipes, all sinks running, and literally had frozen waterfalls in both the tub, the bathroom sink, and the kitchen sink. But anyway, I was here in the bathroom and pulling up my hair. We were getting ready to go to Kroger's because we were down to 1.5 gallons of water. Yes, we buy our own water because the drinking water here from the well is not drinkable. Rocks and sand and rust and chunks come out of the sinks. Anyway, I was pulling up my hair, and all of a sudden it went from clear, like now, to so smoky in here I could hardly see. I was standing right here in front of the mirror, and I was like, oh my God, something's on fire. Well, that right there is proof of the fire and the damage up the wall. Yes, I'm still living with that tub. The floor now sinks in, and when you get in the bathtub, it moves. But this is the damage. This is my bathtub. A lot of this, like that there along the wall and the faucet and all that, that was already here. That was like that. There was even smoke coming out of there. But that was already like that. But this is my bathtub. Okay? Bathtub, toilet, sink. Another thing too, and I forgot to mention in the other video, this floor right here is in the other videos earlier in September, October time. When you see a floor, Bandit, stop it. I'm sorry. When you see a floor tore up, it was because all of this was rotten and they laid the same carpet down. Same exact carpet. They never changed the carpet. It was in deplorable shape then, and it still is, and getting worse. This is the furnace, and I'm sorry you see clothes hanging around, but I wash my clothes and I have to hang dry them because we can't run an electric heater in here because it gets bad. That's our furnace. That's the propane furnace. This is our door for the furnace room. This is the second bedroom slash storage room. What I'm showing you in here is right there, that area where there's discolored wall. That area and this extra wall piece here has been off since the day of the fire. That's the maintenance man's, one of the heaters they brought that day before they put the propane tank heater underneath. But you can see, yes, I have this fencing up here because the coons that get underneath the mobile home, keep them out as best we can. Because that hole right there, I have seen a raccoon's butt. So that was burnt through in the fire right there. This area here, that blue tubing that you see, that's what they did in the first or second attempt to keep the water from freezing. So the day of the fire, that was not our first freeze-up. That was our fourth or fifth. You can see there's more. That's in the covered tubing. When the fire department, or when the health department told them they had to replace our fire plugs, or I mean our electric plugs and our light switches, that's what they did. The broken side of them. Yeah, they just put some kind of shipping tape over it. They did buy a couple of new plugs. They bought the wrong sizes, so they also put the shipping tape like that too. More floor cover vent thingies there. This mixed room is my awesome stepson's room. And what I want to show you in here is a few weeks ago, I was hanging his Bradford Board of Education Award. And I made the mistake of leaning up here on the wall. And let me find it. It's right here. This right here, this nail thingy, it poked through and went in my hand. As you can see where it is compared to the picture award thing I was hanging for him. And so there it is. It poked through my hand, which caused me a trip to the emergency room to get a tetanus shot. I did not have that put on my insurance, and I do expect they'll pay the bill, because I'll show you where they're at fault for that. Here, down here, we had to have the cupboards hung. This was the new cupboards they brought me. And as you can see, they're screwed in. Well, the screws that are hanging this cupboard didn't go all the way through Isaiah's wall. They just went enough that when I put some pressure on it, and as you can see the screw holes there, when I put some pressure on the wall, it went through my hand. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me turn that light off. It's just a little scar. It's actually right. Try to do this only having one hand. Right there. That's the scar it made in my hand. This is the window and wall section that you saw rotted out and they were replacing. Well, so much moisture is getting in this new wall that the new paneling that they put up is bowing. And still, when it rains, we have the window covered here. But when it rains, it comes through the window, comes all down the floor, here underneath the table, and even through to where that plug is. That was one of the ones that was supposed to be fixed by the health department's rules. But as you can see, there's still holes around it. I'm just giving you a brief take on the condition still of the mobile home. This is the window that was broke. Zip it up, dogs. This is the window that was broke when we moved in. And they did put a new window in. Or not a new window. They replaced a window pane. I don't want to move my brand new couch that I'm paying for since yeah, and that's something else too, baby. We live with lots of spiders. You see that right there? That spider. Oh, that's a big one too. Isaiah, I need you to kill this spider. It's striped. What? You need to kill this spider. Where? It's right here. Look, get you some shoes or something. It's right there. It's right there. It's a big bad boy. Hopefully you got it. It moved, but I don't know if you got it. This is my stepson, awesome stepson Isaiah, who is... I took off one of the slides. Oh, that's good. He's lived through this with us. I'm going to show you one more window, and then I'm going to call it good because this has taken up a lot of time, and I do see you today. So this is one of the window sills, rotten, as you can see from the inside here. And Isaiah, one of his chores 3 times a week is going through the house and cleaning all the spider webs / cobwebs. And as you can see, he just did that on Friday. This is Monday, and we're just covered with them. We get spiders of all sorts, granddaddy long legs, black and brown ones like that one, jumping ones, mean ones that bite, yes. Oh yeah, green, red, or green. Was it green, black? Yeah, it was green and black. This is Isaiah. You'll meet him today. But as well as we get crickets, we have cow ants. I now understand why they call them cow ants. They're as big as cows. And actually, my beautiful Australian Shepherd there has been bit in the nose by a cow ant here in my house. Now I understand some of that is part of country living, but the rest of this is not. Um, this is just a part of it. Oh yeah, the ants have a home in the. I don't even want to call it a shelf area. It's just a shelf, huh? Well, that's I'm showing Dave. But yes, we do have ants that have made home in the area where the bathroom sink is. This is our dog that has the spray paint on him. Isaiah, can you get the spray paint area, please? Where they've shot him either with a paint gun or something while he was outside yesterday. And this is our Australian Shepherd. That's where they got him with a paint gun or something. That's not a cut or a wound. So